I'm only joking. I'm not gonna forget the mic again. I have a massive sign right here saying put on your microphone. Okay, but welcome to episode number 2. Yes, we've made it. You guys loved episode 1. Well, so far I've heard in your comments and everything, so hopefully you do. And I honestly hope and pray that you guys are gonna love episode 2, because we went, well, we made a bit more effort in this episode, and it's all for you guys, this whole thing, everything is just for you. So hopefully you enjoy it. And once again, just to set it straight here for everyone watching, you're not going to be watching me playing games. This is not a live stream of me playing a game. This is a gaming TV show, our own local thing that we create. It's cringy, it's amateur, but you know what, it's local and it's lekker. Well, we enjoy making it. So first of all, I have to thank Apex for the awesome trust mic. Apex Interactive SA, they heard your cries after my last mishap with the mic, call it that, and they felt it right to sponsor us this awesome mic. So please let us know in the comments if the mic is good quality, whatever. It's very well priced. It is available on ZAPA Gaming, so just let me know if you're interested. But it is awesome for all your streaming needs. So number 2, it's lockdown, 30 minutes. Come on, I hope you're gonna be joining us for this 30 minutes, giving us your time, and I promise you that it will be worth it. Okay, so for the first part of the show tonight, news. Now there's only one news worthy of being news, kind of, or in the news and in the world at the moment, and that of course is the lockdown and the virus and everything. But how this affects us is just on one basic thing, except for people dying. I'm not inconsiderate. I'm just saying there's going to be some delays. Games are going to be delayed. So Final Fantasy VII, the physical disc, it's already delayed. I don't want to say it, but we kind of just need to prepare for Last of Us 2, maybe set back, maybe, but let's hold thumbs that it doesn't happen. So enough of me talking. I think we need to go to our first segment, and that of course is ZAPA Review with Franco. Hope you enjoy.
ZAPA Night. Here at ZAPA Gaming, we take 2 things very seriously. Number 1, gaming. Number 2, public safety. As you can see, I'm all on my lonesome. Martin Customary Grandele is at home, firmly entrenched on his couch, controller in hand, a 3-week supply of panic buying jelly tots, and this month's game review to keep him company. So, that's just little old me and you. I'm Franco Deep Red for Leo. This is ZAPA Review, so let's do this. Sit down. So 27 years ago, this group of refined, immaculately dressed individuals changed the gaming landscape forever when they brought us this. It's now 2020, and a lot of things change, but the one thing that doesn't change is the popularity of Doom. And ID Software's latest release of the franchise is freaking insane! So the Doom franchise has lore going back over 20 years, and Doom Eternal drops you right in the middle of it. So for any Doom noobs out there, if there exists such a thing, who are diving into this for the first time, the game uses a codex system which guides the player through the storyline as the game progresses. So codex cards can be found on each level, and it adds a incentive of exploration to find your way through Doom lore and the plot of the game. But come on, let's be honest here, this is Doom, people. People are here to chainsaw demons at 45-degree angles, stick their shotgun barrels up a revenant's nasal cavities, while juggling grenades and tap dancing to a Rammstein track. So for the developers to add the lore within part of the game as a collectible is a stroke of genius in my opinion. So this time around, our own pale blue dot called Earth has been invaded by the underworld, with 3 Hell Priests leading the charge for the Khan Maker. So this change up from the usual Doom settings of Mars or Hell, it's a refreshing take on the franchise and gave the developers a whole new slate to work with. City skylines, weather effects. I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen snow-capped mountains in a Doom game. It has a refreshing feel to it, but it still has not lost that Doomness to it. This is a public service announcement. Do not, and I repeat, do not play this game within a 10-meter radius of the elderly, people with heart conditions, or Tourette syndrome. So the adjectives that come to mind when describing Doom Eternal are fast, brutal, and intense. If you think you're going to sit down for a few relaxing hours of gaming, put your feet up, take in the scenery, you're sorely mistaken. This game will pump you up so much that Discovery will give you points for playing this. However, the insanity of Doom Eternal is designed with such smoothness and flow that you could easily mistake it for a rendition of Disney on Ice. Eternal has kept the fast-paced run and gun that we expect, but this time added in a huge dose of parkour that adds a different dimension to the game. You'll be double jumping across ravines while dashing through the air, only to grab onto a wall to save you from plunging to death. Climbing to the top, only to double jump again to the next wall. Climb up, slay 22 demons, dash across the map, double jump the ravine, hook onto the wall, double jump up again, kill 19 demons. You just keep moving. The developers do, however, give some respites as there are quite a few more puzzle areas during the game, which slow down the pace for you to catch your breath and figure out your next move. Nothing too challenging, but essential to save us gamers from a full-blown apoplexy. The character build and progression system is truly vast in this game. Your suit is upgradable throughout the game, which gives Doom Guy certain perks to up the ante, which is done by using tokens found throughout the game. Then there are runes which have to be found that give Doom Guy special abilities and enhance the gameplay suited to one's own individual playstyle. All our favorite weapons are back: shotgun, plasma gun, rocket launcher, but a special mention must go to the super shotgun with a grappling hook. It's just a beautiful creation. Each weapon has 2 modifications which can be unlocked through mod bots found throughout the levels. Each mod then has upgrades using weapon points earned for completing challenges on each level. The system is so vast but so well refined that you can evolve the game to your own specific style, which in turn makes the game so much more unique for each individual gamer. So each level has a ton to explore to make you stronger and faster and more lethal, not to mention all the secret locations to be found hanging off the sides of the map. It's a trophy hunter's delight and gives the game a huge replay value. Once you complete a level in the campaign, you can fast travel back to it from, now wait for this, from your Doom Fortress. Yes people, Doom Guy has a man cave. I read the developers got the inspiration for the Doom Fortress from He-Man's Castle Grayskull, which for us old folk was the epitome of 80s Saturday morning cartoon culture. And this place is huge. From here you can fast travel to different levels, skins and bots and upgrades to open using Sentinel batteries found throughout the game. Yep, just one more thing to scavenge for through the levels. All in all, the gameplay is just a delight, with so much to keep you busy besides the intense combat that we knew was coming. You will be blown away. So ZAPA night, it's trophy time. And I must admit, on this one, I'm a little bit torn. But for me, Doom Eternal gets a gold. It's an awesome game, incredibly well designed. The soundtrack is mind-blowing. It's something you want in your collection, it's something you have to play, and here at ZAPA Review, we highly recommend it. So, ZAPA nights, strange times out there. Look after yourself, look after each other. I'm Franco Deep Red Foleo. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you next month. It's an incredible glitch. So ZAPA, are you laughing at me?
Doom Eternal Eternal, what can I say? It's an awesome game. If you haven't played it yet, you love the franchise, I have no idea how these oaks keep improving on the franchise, but somehow they managed to do it again. In a fucking mall game. That's crazy. Okay, so do it. Play it. It's good. Trust me. Gold status, I'd say that's not too shabby. Okay, so on to the next segment, ZAPA community. As you all know, on this segment we interview local influencers, people in the community that influence our daily lives with the entertainment they provide on their Facebook pages, on the YouTubes, on the socials. And this month's guest needs no introduction. She travels the world covering esports, raising awareness for South African esports. Awesome person, creating entertainment on her socials every single day. Truly an honor speaking to Tickle this month. If you're not following her yet on Facebook or on any of her platforms, make sure you do. For now, let me show you what we got up to. How's it, Sam? Very welcome to the second episode of ZAPA TV, and we are truly honored to have you here on the show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here because I've been watching the group. I know it's the biggest PlayStation group, one of the biggest gaming groups in South Africa. So welcome. Hello. I'm excited. This is a cool little amalgamation of us.
Awesome, man. Just for everyone that doesn't know for some crazy reason who you are, just tell us who you are.
So my name is Sam. I'm also known as Tickle, and basically I commentate on video games for a living. I create content here in South Africa on the internet about games and tech. And then my primary job is I commentate in Europe on a bunch of different esports things like Nintendo, Overwatch, PUBG, all of that.
Wow, that's quite an impressive profile. So the name Tickle that you just mentioned now, how did it all start? Because I've been following you for a while now, and it's always good to hear the origin stories of these of how we started, So why
did I start? So the name was the only one available that had a free domain, so it's not my first choice, but it was the one I got. But in terms of how I started, I was actually working in media, and I just thought that like all these tech publications were taking themselves way too seriously. Like they were like, oh, we're hard news journals, and I was kind of like, no, I want to have a little bit of fun with this. So I set up a blog where I just spoke about all the things I love. So like tech, geeky stuff, comic books, whatever it was I could throw in there. I actually kept gaming off of it because I was a little bit scared at that stage. I was a bit younger and I was worried about trolls. But over time, some of my friends started coming onto the blog writing about gaming. Then I started talking a bit more about gaming. I started making videos. My brother was a professional Dota player at the time, so I used to go to his events. I started talking about esports. And then it all kind of just rolled on from there. I got spotted making my silly videos at an esports event, and someone said, you should be on the stage. Got on the stage, and then Paul Red Eye came over. He's a big Dota commentator, saw me and said, I have this agency, I can sign you up to it, and I think if I help you a little bit, we can get you work overseas. And then it suddenly became this is a full-time job now, which is weird.
Also, with you creating all this content like on a daily basis, weekly basis, there must be some challenges for you as an influencer. What would you say is your biggest challenge?
So I think my biggest challenge has always been trying to convince people to take me seriously, which sounds really silly, but I think when you do this, when you say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, one, you've got a bunch of people who are more corporate that say, well, that's not a real thing, you can't do that, you can't make money from that. And then also the community, because at the end of the day, there's so many of us that stand up and go, okay, we're making content now, watch our stuff, or we're doing this, come and support us. And I did struggle a little bit in the beginning as well, being female, which I think has changed a bit now. Yes. When I started, there was very few females, and now there's a lot more. But it's really hard because people were like, well, no, you don't know what you're talking about. So I find sometimes as a woman, you do have to work 10 times harder to try to prove yourself. But also, and I think now it's also, there's just such a saturation. So even if, no matter what your gender is, you have to kind of get people to take you seriously, and that's tough. And I also think that a lot of people especially gamers, we're quite apprehensive of anyone new who comes into our circle. So I think by now the majority of people have seen that I really do want to try and uplift South African gaming and South African esports, and I really want to do a lot for the community. But I do think that's the biggest challenge is just being taken seriously and saying, you know what, yes, I'm quirky and I have a silly personality online. Yes, I might not be the best player at every game I play, but like my heart's in the right place and I'm here and I'm trying to make content for you. So I think that that's the biggest challenge, yeah, for sure.
I have to ask this question, but PlayStation or Xbox?
It has to be PlayStation, man.
Thank
I
you.
mean, obviously, I'm not silly either. I know what Facebook group we're on. I know but no, in all honesty, though, we do have our PlayStation console is set up. So I live with my boyfriend, and he has an Xbox, but it's been in the box since we moved in together. So the PlayStation's out, the Xbox is still in the box.
There we go. There we go. So you see, you're influencing him positively as well. You see.
Yeah.
So I've seen you also over your page and all your handles and everything. That once someone or you pick up a whiff of some cyberbullying on the social, you know, you kind of you get all, you know.
Heats it up. Yeah.
And it's good. It's awesome. You know, we at ZAPA, we hate cyberbullying, but we stop it immediately. We block. It's unacceptable. So, what is your advice for someone that's being cyberbullied?
So I think before I get into my advice, I do think when I first started out a couple of years ago, I'm quite outspoken, and I do believe that for those of us that can, we should speak up for those who can't. So I used to be far more, the moments I saw a sort of injustice, if you like, I'd be the first one jumping in there, calling it out, getting quite involved and heated, and I tend to go from 0 to 100 very fast, and I hit that 100 mark. I think in the last few years, I've kind of tried to be a little bit more realistic and understand that my approach doesn't always work. So sometimes you have to step back. So I think my advice would be, and this is hard because I struggle to take this, but sometimes just get off the internet. Like, it honestly, if someone's giving you a hard time and there's cyberbullying happening, get off the internet or hit the block button, because it really is the best thing to do. When you respond, when someone is bullying you online or being a troll and you respond, that's what they want. They want to respond. They want to know that they upset you. They want to know that they got under your skin. By ignoring it, you don't give it any power. And if it has no power, it can't grow. So I do think the block button is now my new favorite friend, which a couple of years ago it wasn't, but now it's just block it. It's fine. But it's advice that you give, but it's easier said than done. It's very hard because obviously that stuff hurts. I sometimes get trolls when I'm playing, and when I finish, I go on my couch and I'm very sad and sorry for myself. But at the end of the day, you have to just realize these people don't matter. They don't. They really don't. They're people that will never exist.
So we have some bonus questions coming up that the community of ZAPA just threw to me and said, well, let's see what she says. So you need to answer these as quick as you can.
Oh, okay.
Let's see where we go. Go. So first one. Worst game of all time that you've ever played?
Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to upset a lot of people. Fortnite.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Fortnite players. I'm sorry.
We'll go back to that. Which game made you a gamer?
Mortal Kombat 3.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. And what's the hardest boss or / game that you've ever played or playing?
I love it so much, but CS:GO. Yeah, I can't believe I'm going to say that, but I love that game. I watch all the pros play. I work on that game. I commented on it. Every time I try to play it, I just suck. CS:GO.
It's because the guys are so good. Like, you watch these videos, they are insane. But the Fortnite thing, don't worry, it's we're not recording. Oh wait, no, sorry, we are recording. Okay.
Oh no! I thought for a minute there, I was like, yay, I have something. You know, I think that I don't think that a game is rubbish just because I don't like it. So I understand why people love Fortnite. It's just not for me. The building and the shooting and all the things.
It's intense. I mean, I play games every day and my fingers are too dumb for building and shooting and aiming. It's crazy.
But you should have a game for building and a game for shooting. When you put it all together, it's too much for my little brains to deal with. Yeah.
That's the best. This is Sam. So what are you and the team working on? Well, except for, you know, the current lockdown. But what can we expect from you guys going forward?
Catching up on sleep because I can't leave my house. But so at the moment, I'm obviously waiting to see Corona. A lot of my overseas work is on pause because there's the traveling and obviously we need to look after each other. So for now, I'm just going to be creating a lot of content. I'm going to be streaming a lot more on my own channels. I'm just doing cool stuff across the board. So YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, the blog. I just want to be creating content that's enjoyable, that's entertaining, and that actually gives someone value. So I'm going to put a lot of time into doing that. And then hopefully once we've all fought the battle against COVID-19, I should be back in the air and doing some more events. So looking forward to that as well.
And where can we find you? Where can everyone find you?
So I'm TechGirlZA pretty much everywhere on the internet, the Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all of that. I think it's only YouTube because I couldn't get that handle, but it's not. But pretty much anywhere, if you look for TechGirlZA, you can find me. And then also I have a blog, so it's techgirl.co.za, and a lot of the stuff that I do, because I do a lot of other stuff for other channels and things, you can find that all there. I try and put it all together. And yeah, I mean, that's I'll be playing a game somewhere. So just look for TechGirlZA and you'll find me.
There we go. Well, Sam, thank you so much for joining me and for agreeing to come on the show for episode 2. And thank you so much. Like, awesome.
Thank you so much. This is fun.
Like, so, as you have seen on the stream, that unfortunately quality in the streaming dipped a bit because, you know, we had some major issues with the internet the last couple of days, as you all know. But nonetheless, awesome girl, awesome person. If you don't follow her yet, make sure you do. For the last time, I'm telling you, go follow TechGirlZA. Okay. Now, for our next part. Last month, I created a little advert around X-Gamer, and it went down pretty well. A little amateuristic, to say the least, but we got there, and you liked it, apparently. So I went back to the drawing board, and I thought to myself, but why don't I make this someone else's job? You know, give someone else the reins for the next advert. And that's exactly what we did. And Jared Parker stepped up, our moderator on ZAPA. So without further ado, let me show you what Jared came up with.
contested. They're capturing enemy. HQ con-
An Oscar. Who has an Oscar? That man deserves an Oscar. I absolutely love that ad. If you loved it also, let us know in the comments and we'll keep thinking of these crazy ads to keep you guys entertained. So for our next segment, it's called ZAPA GT. So in the name it says it all. It's about cars and racing. Now, did you know that we have an incredible GT Sport SA page on Facebook and a massive following for GT Sport in South Africa? I did not know this until I made a a random post a few weeks ago on ZAPA and asked, who plays the game, and it got an incredible reaction. So we are busy working on the Moorse tournament for ZAPA for these Oaks, and that will come. But for now, I thought to myself, let's get them all each 1 a month a race for the fastest lap time around the lap, 1 lap, no practice, and the fastest lap at the end wins in the end of the year. Yes, I don't know how I come up with these things. No, I'm joking, it's from Top Gear. So first on the line, it's Dino Cantino, aka Dianorkier. Let me show you what he came up with, nerves and all.
The Nissan 2016 GTR GR2, a super quick car. Okay, so this is the car. As you can see there, it's over 600 horsepower with balance of performance on. It's going to be very quick. Literally no practice just to get this lap in. You need to do 1 lap. You'll see firstly there's an out lap out of the pits, then you do 1 fast lap. So instructions by ZAPA TV by DJ Haysalman, which is the page administrator and owner of ZAPA TV. So good luck. Thanks a lot, guys. Remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dino Cantino. Let's quickly enter here and get it done. As you'll notice, the car is pink. It's for Cancer Association for next week Thursday. So yeah, everything that is donated will be going to charity. Okay, so this guy going at massive speeds. It's going to reach 250, 260 before this end. Really caught me off guard here with no practice in this track, so let's hope it goes well. Not too fast, but look at the speed of the car. Can reach up to 250, 260 here. Thank you to DJ Zalman for throwing us in the deep end here by ZAPA TV. Okay, managed to get that corner quite well. This is a very intense. Slow around this corner, is a little bit afraid there. Could have gone faster, but it's okay. Not my best lap, I'd say, around this corner, but hey, can only do 1. So we'll have to take it. That's not going to be a fast one. Okay, 121.8. Should be fun. Thanks a lot, guys. That was a rush. Would have loved to practice a little bit more, but great. Remember, everything goes to charity for the pink race next week at GTSA. Remember to like and subscribe my YouTube channel, Dino Cantino. Thanks a mil for ZAPA TV. Cheers, guys.
What a lap, what a race. This is exciting. I'm loving the new segment. If you like it, please leave a comment. Let us know. If you don't, then we change it up, we do something else. But for now, and you thought we wouldn't have a very awesome leaderboard, time leaderboard. So Dino Cantino did 121.838, and next month we'll see the next guy and we'll see where Dino falls. Yeah, that's how it's gonna work. So on to the next one. No, I don't want to go to the next one yet. So tonight the GT Sport SA guys are driving for the Childhood Cancer Foundation of South Africa, and it's launching at 9. The post is going to be up 5 to 9. And guys, if you can go watch, there's no live sport, so I mean, you the people that love sport and racing, go check it out, go give some support, go comment, go crazy. And if you can donate 5 rand, a 2 rand, a 1 rand, 1,000 rand, it doesn't matter. It all goes to charity, and these guys are genuinely amazing as far as I've seen, and how I've been in contact with them. So that's it for the next one. You know, ZAPA Retro. Yes, we're back. Enjoy.
Welcome ZAPA Nights. Today I want to review Metal Gear Solid 5. But DJ said stick to retro.
Snake, are you okay? Otacon, were there any other stealth prototypes? No, there were only 5. So, this isn't stealth camouflage then? What are you talking about? Someone's aiming at me.
Welcome ZAPA Nights. Today we're reviewing Metal Gear Solid. Actually a sequel in the series, but on PlayStation was its claim to fame. Metal Gear Solid was quite a lengthy game, full of features. It spanned over 2 whole discs, and you even had a demo of Silent Hill, but that's for another story. Now Metal Gear Solid came out in '98. And packed a lot of features such as guards sneezing and losing vision so you could sneak by, or walking through the snow and leaving tracks so the guards could track it. And one everyone would remember was fighting the boss Psycho Mantis, where you had to plug in your controller to port 2 so you couldn't read your mind and you could continue playing. Now you play as the protagonist Solid Snake, infiltrating a nuclear waste facility full of terrorists, who are developing a weaponized mech called Metal Gear, and it is up to you to stop them. All in all, the graphics are a bit dated, but not enough to stop anyone from playing. I had so much fun replaying this classic, and I recommend it to anyone. I could go on for hours, but I will see you in the next video.
And another Oscar. I absolutely loved it, Stefan. Top form. You guys need to understand that every month I just tell these guys, here's the deadline, gents. Make me a video, show me what you got, let's go. And well, for the second month. And they produced. So, yeah. Guys, I'm very sad news, but it's unfortunately coming to an end, our show. The last segment, of course, is ZAPA Collectibles, which is very close to me, as I fell in love with this hobby a while back. And this segment we show you these very sexy yet very expensive, well, some of them are expensive, some are very affordable, statues or figurines or whatever you may. Of course they're very affordable with the ZAPA Gaming payment plan, but for now let me show you what I have in store for you today. Good afternoon, Zapanites. Welcome to your favorite show. Today I'm going to show you some awesome statues again here by my good mate's house. And hopefully you've been looking forward to seeing some amazing statues again. And I don't know if any of you are big X-Men fans, but I'm a huge Wolverine fan. And today we decided to do things a little bit differently and show you 3 different studios design on the same kind of character or the piece. So join me, let's go. So, as you can see, or just saw quickly now, the character we're doing is Wolverine, and this is of course the Weapon X form of him. So as you'll all remember, or some of you remember in the movie and the comics as well, that Wolverine first had bone claws, and he was just a normal bone, he was normal, okay? And then the military started this program called Weapon X, and he joined this program, and they put him in this incubator, and they fused metal to his bones, and that's where he became this incredible being. Like, he was already incredible, but now that's just of course the metal joint. So the first design we're going to show you today is Bowen Designs. So Bowen Designs, it's also amazing. Well, all of them are amazing, but as you'll see, we'll progress to a more premium kind of design of each character. So that's Bowen. The next one we got is from a studio called Koto Fine Arts, and of course it's also Weapon X. And as you see, the claws, all the details on him, that's very nice. And then of course we go to the big guy, and as you'll recall, ZAPA Gaming also deals in these, and this is called XM Studios. So XM Studios designed this piece, and now just from looking at it, you can see how the difference in just the awesomeness of the statues. Like, they're all amazing, but this is just something on a whole different level. You'll see the water, because this is where he jumps out of the water, out of the incubator, and breaks out, and you can see it kind of shimmers on him. And also the claws on this is like, it's very sharp. It's actual stainless steel on the claws, and it's just amazing. So this piece roughly is about $700, $800, and it is expensive, but of course if you look at the difference, this is quarter scale, they call this quarter scale, and this is all 6 scale, and you can significantly see the difference in size, and that's what makes these pieces so impressive. So another setting here is these lights. You can switch on and off, which is just a nice touch, you know, that you don't get on the other pieces. You can also see there's a light shining in his visor, and it's just these small differences that makes it so much more, you know, not just the size. These studios really go all the way out to impress the buyers. And that's it. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again next month. Show you some more incredible pieces. Enjoy your day. And that's a wrap. That's it. That's the end of our show. Yes, I lied. It ran 40 minutes, not half an hour. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's anything you'd like to comment, you'd like to add, if you want to be part of ZAPA TV, don't just send me a message. Let me know. Let us know, and we can make a plan and we can improve. But for now, thank you very much, Thiessen, Miguel, Franco, Gerard, Stefan, Sam, Dion, and of course, last but not least, all of you, the community, ZAPA. Without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this, and thank you very much. So on to the next one. Yeah, let's see when we make the next one, and if you guys want the next one, so let us know. Enjoy the evening.